Facing a $6.1 billion budget gap, Governor Cuomo's number crunching on his new budget seems like he pulled a fiscal rabbit out of his hat. He's calling for few spending cuts and promises the city a net increase in aid. CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer explains.
Deficit? What deficit? Governor Cuomo didn't actually utter those words in unveiling his $178 billion budget, $2 billion more than last year, but he did practically crow.
This budget, every area gets more.
Which is not to say the state doesn't have a shortfall. It does, $6 billion. It actually depends on what your definition of more is. In Cuomo land, more means spending less than you intended. Education aid was supposed to go up 4%. It will only go up 3%. Medicaid spending that was supposed to increase 6% will only go up 3%. And about that gap, the governor appointed a task force to come up with $2.5 billion in Medicaid savings, efficiencies that are not supposed to affect local governments.
It's not just about the money. It's how you spend the money.
The spending plan included a laundry list of pet projects the governor wants enacted by the April 1st budget deadline, banning sexual predators from the subways, redesigning the state flag, legalizing marijuana, forcing legislators and elected officials making over $100,000 a year to release their tax returns, capping insulin payments at $100 a month, and bail reform. The question for many is whether Cuomo is a fiscal magician or guilty of fuzzy math, especially in closing the Medicaid gap.
There's no way you can say you'll have no effect on local governments and no effect on beneficiaries, and no one's going to get hurt.
What Governor Cuomo has done is redefined what deficit means. He says it's not an actual cut in spending, it's a cut from where the spending was projected to be. Well, the problem is that the spending is projected to be where it needs to be. So not spending that amount is going to hurt people.
For the record, budget officials want Mayor de Blasio to know he has nothing to worry about. Despite some small cuts on the margins, they say he ends up on the plus side of the ledger to the tune of $300 million. In Albany, I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.